Why are you calling him Socks? Call him tacos.
Heyo.
She whooped his ass. Alright, I'm getting my ass kicked. So I say that we stop and watch Lowen play, cause I'm getting my ass kicking. Trigger happy. Oh! Yeah, okay, so that did like no damage. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay, so I got an ass kicking. And that's the end of Prompto. So I'm gonna end here so I can order food. Damn, Aranea, really? I'm gonna stop now so I can stop getting my ass kicked.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yes, well, you need to still go to your stream because if they hang out here, they can't chat in your stream. So let's go hang out in Lowen's stream. I'm gonna order tacos, and then when I get ready, I will stream some Overwatch later this evening. Bye.
Yay, I'm being hosted. Yay, I'm being hosted. Alright, gotta mute Twitch. Don't want that feedback loop. Anyways, so this is Hearthstone. I imagine most of you are familiar with it if you spent much time on Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and play ranked mode. The new season just started today. Hey Sock Monkey, thanks so much for coming in, checking it out. Raid! Anyways, I'll get some music going. Let's see here. Oh, I know. Let's play Armored Core Tribute Album, my favorite song from it. Alright, so here's that epic quest I was talking about. Play 7 taunt minions, and then I get Sulfuras as a weapon, and when you equip Sulfuras, it turns your hero power into a game-winning power. So I need a curve. I don't need card draw. So this will be turn 1, that'll be turn 4. Not sure what I'm going to do on turn 3. On turn 2 I can armor myself, so that's kind of taken care of. Looks like on turn 3 I'll use the coin and play this dude. Oh, there we go. Got a turn 2 option now that's not armoring. Yeah, the quest cards are honestly not that great. Except for the warrior, the mage, and the rogue. Those are the only ones people really consider viable right now. And they're about to nerf the rogue one, so it's not going to be seen in competitive play. Anyways, I'm going to start my quest. So you start the quest, it does this. And now you and the enemy can see what your progress is, and you can see the lovely Sulfuras there. So even after I finish the quest, I still have to spend 3 more mana to equip Sulfuras, and then 2 more mana to actually use the hero power. Wanna talk about speed for you. I wanna talk about speed. Oh yeah, so this I'm curving out really well here. This is really good. A really great start to the game because I have something useful to play every turn. So that's always what you want. So she's really good because anytime a friendly minion takes damage, I get armor. So If she gets hurt, I get armor. She acts like a soft taunt. Because she's not an actual taunt because the enemy doesn't have to hit her, but when I start putting other minions out that do have taunt, and like they have to hit those minions, her thing will proc on them taking damage. So she's considered a soft taunt, as in she's a high priority target for the enemy to get rid of. And the enemy's got a 3-2 that also has a very beneficial effect for them. So we both have very, oh wow, high value targets out. And they conceded. Okay. So there's my first ranked win of the day. Hard fought, well earned. I have to say, I wasn't quite ready to start streaming today. I was being lazy, I woke up late. I like my Invader Zim shirt, but I was gonna wear something else today for streaming. But maybe I'll take a break when Tanya gets back. And I'll get cleaned up and change my shirt. Get a little shave in, maybe. Alright, so Brawl is amazingly useful in this deck. It says destroy all minions except one chosen randomly. That means, yes, it will destroy my own minions. Well, I mean when you get back to streaming Overwatch, Tanya. I'll take a break when you go do Overwatch. We'll go back and forth today. We'll make it a game full of amazing, fun gaming streams. Anyways, Brawl is amazing, but it's not going to help me early game, so I don't want to hold on to that. It's really more of an end game thing. Like, once I get my hero power, this can destroy the entire enemy board in one card, and then I can hit my hero power and guarantee that it will hit the enemy's face, and that's how you'll win the game, is through damaging them. But otherwise, you know, you always, if you have a quest card, you always start with it. Yeah, you always start with a quest card in your hand if it's in your deck. So, like, it's always a choice, and I can mulligan it out if I need to. Oh my. So this was not a good draw. I didn't want to have this guy right away for two reasons. One, I can't use it till turn 8. Two, I actually have another card in my deck that will pull this into my hand when I play that other card. So I'm not in a great starting position here, because that's a dead card. Like, I might die before I get to play this card, especially against a hunter, because they're kind of known for their rush down. It might be a mid-range hunter, and if it is, I can probably win, but if it's a rush down hunter, which most of them are, I'm not well positioned to deal with it. Like, I am and I'm not. I'm not because I don't have any of my taunt minions, so I'm not going to make any. There we go. Mana from heaven. Need this dude, because not only is he a taunt minion that progresses my quest, Discover lets you immediately choose another taunt minion. Yeah, pretty much. But this is good. I have Fiery Wind Axe, as most people call it, is extreme anti-aggro. Like, nothing they play on their next turn should be able to survive getting hit by my axe. So it's going to reduce the value of their early game immensely. So if they are an aggro deck, I might be able to contain it long enough to survive now. And since I drew this guy, yeah, okay. So since they're playing that, I'm guessing that this is not a serious competitive player I'm against. And since we're at rank 21, I'm not, you know, there's always a chance I'm gonna run into that. Just people that aren't on the real competitive level yet, aren't playing the meta, or just they don't have the card base to play the meta. Copy of friendly minions, attack and health. So I could play this next turn and then it would become a 1/4 for 4. That's not really that useful. That's something you'd want to play later. Whereas this dude, Direhorn Hatchling, I have 2 of those in my deck already because they're a really good card. So I will take the Hatchling, and I mean, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have actually taken the 4 just so I could play another taunt minion on turn 4. I'm kind of going for value here more than Oh, there we go. Alright, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to get a little value. So I'll go ahead, cycle that card out. Ooh, new Wind Axe. Oh gosh. The advent of a new Wind Axe that's gonna decide my move now. Since I can get a new Wind Axe out, I was gonna shield slam that thing for 5 damage, but hard removals are difficult to come by. So instead of using up a hard removal, I'll just use up my fiery war axe and pull the next one out next turn if that's what I need to do. But actually, I think next turn I'll just pull out this dude. It'll be fine either way. But at least now I know I have another Wind Axe if I need it, just to finish off a weak monster or something. And I didn't have to hold on to the one that I had equipped. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. It's a little bit annoying. I am going to lose this dude, I'm assuming. Because, you know, theirs has charge and mine has 1 damage, so it'll survive hitting me. And I didn't really want... Oh, there we go. Perfect. I was going to say, I didn't want to use up my Whirlwind now because it's part of a combo later. But I just came up with a perfect alternative. Boom. Ravaging Ghoul. It's a 3/3 that costs 3 mana and has Whirlwind built into it. So there, cleared the board. Their aggro is basically dead, so I don't know if they're like a mid-range hunter. They didn't play any secrets yet, so kind of wondering on that. I'm not under that much threat right now, so I'm going to prep the War Axe with my remaining mana. Yeah, it's a shame though, as soon as the next expansion comes out in August, all of the One Night in Karazhan and all of the Old Gods cards are going to be out of standard. They'll be start of next month around. Now see, this guy here, this is why I didn't want to use up my hard removal yet. Enemies like that are pretty rough. However, this guy, that can deal with it, so I'm kind of tempted to wait to kill that until I'm ready to play this 2 turns from now, and then I can just wipe out the 2 hyenas and they'll get no value from them. So in the meantime, I'm gonna say let's keep the taunt train rolling, try work on my quest. So I could grab this just to play it, and get quest progress off of that, or I could try to wait for this one. See, I don't have a 7 play next turn, so I'm actually going to take the Lord of Arena, and I'll play that next turn. And I'll just hit their face for now, get some armor. And just call that a turn. Not really in a rush to use up the Wind Axe, although it will get replaced when my quest is done. But I'm still 2 cards short of finishing my quest, so I'm gonna have to draw 2 more Taunters before that's even a possibility, let alone play through 5 of them. And I mean, I've got 3 that I can play here, but they're all really expensive, so I'm only going to get 1 out a turn. Okay, so that's not really a strong play for this turn. So he's gonna flood the board. There'll be 2 1/1s and 2 2/2s whenever that thing dies, but I have an answer ready for that, so not worried about it. I don't know, I'm getting the feeling this is a self-constructed deck. I'm not getting the impression it's off a list from somewhere, but I'm not super up to date on the meta because I just started playing Hearthstone again very recently. Well, go for it. Kill my little tortoise dude. Yeah, his whole board is going to get wiped on turn 8. All I have to do is kill that thing off before it happens. Actually, if I kill that right now, yeah, they'll get their full value. By the way, also, this is why I was saying Brawl is so good. There's a chance that they could lose all 4 of their minions and I would keep mine. Or worst case scenario, they would keep 1 and I would keep mine. But I don't need that right now. And also, for right now, I'm kind of tempted to blow up the lion right now, but that wouldn't help me out because... Yeah, let's just do... tough call. So if I play this guy, I could armor up this turn. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Well... But this guy can kill... Oh wow, this actually has more life to it. Yeah, let's play the one that's got more life. Force their hand a bit. Any of them got 2... That's only got 2 damage, so I can go ahead and kill that, lower their damage output. Make them lose 2 cards to kill my 1, maybe. Depends. I'm not sure, like, if they have an AoE damage spell. See, that's the other thing, too. You always want to get value in this game. You always want to try and make sure that the enemy has to spend more resources dealing with your cards than you do dealing with theirs. So, like, right there, I just got total value. Actually, I've gotten huge value from this because I killed 2 of their cards with it earlier and a 3rd now. So I've already gone 3 for 1 with this dude. And yeah, the hyena getting big is a bit of a problem, but not gigantic problem because brawl. So, like, now is probably a great time to use a brawl, just because I can deal with what this spawns afterwards. Yeah, and I mean, that's warrior. They're always going to have armor up. So, the only problem with this turn is if I do use brawl, I can't play any other minions. But I'm going to do it anyway, because this is a pretty golden opportunity to get a lot of value from brawl. Oh, but before, I was going to say, before I do that, I'd hit this guy, but that's actually not the most value from the brawl. The most value from the brawl is if my dude lives and none of theirs do, so I'm going to see if it's possible to have that happen. If my dude is dead, then it well, I got max value. That happened just now. I got his 2 most dangerous minions out. And you know what? I can kill his other dude by myself, so that's fine, and then next turn, when this dude comes out, his whole board gets wiped again. And see? Winaxe. Winaxe has lots of uses. And you notice the card disparity here. Like, I've got 5 cards, he's got 2 now. Like, there's no way. He's not going to win this game. I don't see it happening. I don't see a path to victory for them. Because every turn that goes by, the clock is ticking on my quest. Oh, here you go. See, this is the card that was supposed to draw my Primordial Drake out of my deck for me. Like, that's the whole reason you have the Curator, is to get it to draw out the Primordial Drake or a Beast. It's how you get the value out of that card, so it's not a ton of value for me right now. But you know what is a ton of value for me right now? This guy! And I'm gonna hold on to my Winaxe for now, just in case there's another opportunity to snipe something. Because I want to keep the enemy's board clear of minions for when I get my quest done. Yeah, Primordial Drake is freaking great in this deck. Because, like, it does 2 damage to everything. Then you also saw I had the ghouls that do 1 damage to everything. Then I've also got 2 whirlwinds that also do 1 damage to everything. So, like, I have tons of board wipe, especially versus lower health stuff. So that can help you deal with aggro a lot. Oh no. I better start armoring up, or they're going to try to burn me down. Yeah, so, like, in this situation, I actually shouldn't play that hero power, just because I'm going to have to keep armoring to prevent their hero power from bleeding me out. So, what else will we do this turn? I don't have any awesome plays. I can play Curator. There's no reason not to. Well, actually, that one's got more damage, so I might even be able to Wind Fury it, because that's what Adapt has. Well, no Wind Fury, but I can make it an 8/5. I'll take that. I'd buy that for $1. So yeah, this is kind of becoming a race with them to see, I guess, if they draw the right cards to kill me before I can kill them. Because if they draw another Kill Command, I think Kill Command is the only card they might have that can directly kill me. And I'm just going to keep playing tons of taunt minions that they can't get through, probably. Oh, well, they're using it on that. So they can't do it on me now, so... And I'm fine with them doing that. That doesn't bother me because that, you know, that's just one card out of many that I've got available. Gonna save the execute for something big. Something really large and threatening. This dude does 6 damage, so we'll bring him out next. Just let him kill the turtle next turn. So, also, what's really great about having all of the whirlwinds and the AoE damage from this guy and everything else is that I've got execute, 2 of those in the deck as well. So it's just a really easy 3 mana removal of anything in the game, basically. Grievous Bite. Okay, see, that's what I was going to do next turn anyway. And see, like, the other thing too is I don't really care if my taunters die in this deck. That's the whole point. Like, they're there to die. That helps me out when, yeah, see? Like, I'm just going to keep putting more taunters out, and you can just keep hitting them, and then eventually I win the game because, oops, I got Sulfuras. Like, really, like, it's I love the Warrior quest. It's such great synergy with the Warrior's other cards, because it's encouraging you to just draw the game out, and the Warrior is already really good at that, and it makes the enemy waste all these resources on taunt minions that, like, their taunt minions in the long run have lower value than non-taunt minions, but if all you're doing is delaying until you finish your quest and have an amazing superpower, they get their value. Like, even if they're sitting there getting killed by the enemy's minions. I've actually beaten a quest rogue, by the way, with my quest warrior. It was pretty amazing. I really liked that game and how it turned out. The only thing they said all game was amazing when I dealt their death blow with the Wind Axe. I'd long ago used up Sulfuras, and I just needed that little bit of oomph to finish them off after my Molten Core power hit their face one last time, and then, oh, look at that, I had a Wind Axe in my hand. Here we go. I'm guessing this is a quest rogue, and they're probably going to use Patches as their target bouncer, because I'm going to kill this guy so that they don't get a bunch of free cards. So yeah, I'd rather they bounce Patches, because Patches, you know, it gets a charge every time they do it, but they don't get a bunch of free cards. So go ahead. Huh, Razor Petal. I'm not sure. That's not standard. People don't usually play that in a bounce deck. And it costs 2, so that makes it a less than optimal bouncer. Next turn. Oh, I have this guy in there for fun. Most warrior quest decks don't use Frothing Berserkers. I just have one in there because with all these taunt minions, it gets a chance to get value. And same thing with King Mosh. Not many of these decks bring King Mosh, but you can see right there why I would do it. It's very easy to clear their board and start hitting them in the face with the quest power. So right now, I don't have a lot of good options for next turn. I'm just going to armor up and prevent them from bouncing Patches a bunch. So now if they... I'm guessing they're a quest rogue. Maybe they're not. They didn't play the quest yet. I can't really tell, but I'm gonna just stop Patches from being a bounce target as well. This thing, if they are a quest rogue... So, okay, no, they're not a quest rogue. I think they just have random cards. It seems pretty random to me. Like, I was very much not expecting a questing adventurer. Just about nobody uses that anymore. I mean, not that it was ever really that popular. So now here's an interesting decision point. I don't have a card to play next turn, so you know what? Let's just do the card draw. Okay, still no card to play next turn, so I'll end up doing the quest plus probably this guy just to have a body out there to buy some time, make them waste resources trying to deal with it. By the way, feel free to ask questions about like the cards or the strategy or anything. I love teaching people about games. And I'm at a fairly significant disadvantage this game because, you know, I started the game with no low-cost taunts, and that's letting them kind of walk all over me right now. It's really the opposite of what you want to happen in a warrior quest deck. And since I drew a new 3 card that's going to give me some block, so yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. See, like, I'm just not drawing the cards I need this game. I've got an endgame card, 2 mid-game cards, another endgame card. It's not working out. I mean, I even have my endgame combo here. You got the deal 1 damage to all minions, and then you drop King Mosh and kill all minions. So I've got all this stuff going on, but I needed earlier game answers to what they're doing. So like this guy's getting tons of value town questing adventurer because I just don't have any way to deal with it yet. Hey Luna. We're getting boosted by Tanya today. Alright, so finally I can play one of them, and that will start getting me some armor back and progress on the quest. So they can, I don't know, they can try and figure out a way to fight it. Luna is my #1 most loyal viewer besides Oh My Demoness. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. That's handy. I do kind of feel like I might have jumped the gun with my Winaxe because I thought that this was going to be a quest rogue and they were like trying to bait me out because the first 2 cards they played are in every questing rogue deck. See, I don't even have an execute. If I had an execute, I could deal with him right now. But not even that. Oh wait, I do have an execute. Never mind. Silly me. I can deal with that, but then I can't play any other good cards this turn. Oh my goodness. But I have to deal with that because it's just going to keep growing and getting more value if I don't. And I'm going to have to offer you up as a sacrificial lamb. Yup. I knew he was going to bite it immediately. And yeah, it's possible they're going to bleed me to death before I can deal with them. Ooh, Ravaging Ghoul. That's handy. It's handy, but it's also kind of expensive for where I'm at right now because I could not play it with an actual taunter, and it would only do 1 damage to them, so even if I did that plus Whirlwind, it wouldn't kill anything. But what I can do is play this Armor Smith with Whirlwind right now, and then that will threaten the SI7 agent. If it hits her, then it'll die, so that might have been my only real play right now. Hey Luna, the climb went negative again, so I'm changing games this month. I'm gonna see how I can do in ranked here. Well, see, I figured they might have a way to deal with that. And yeah, it's... Oh, they got that out of my deck. That's aggravating. Yeah, see, I just did not have the draws to win this game. I mean, like, they probably have Eviscerate, like, just sitting there in their hand with their million other cards, and they'll just kill me with it. But I can try. I mean, we'll throw that out there. But I'm pretty sure they can just bypass it and kill me. They probably have another sap, or, you know, with all those cards, they have whatever they need. Yeah, Luna, I really like Heroes of the Storm. I have every hero in it now, but the Hero League is just, it's garbage. Just don't bother. Don't bother playing Heroes of the Storm if you're going to do it to play, I guess they didn't have a sap in hand. Do they now? Eviscerate. Why not just do that to me? You could just kill me. Okay, they just want to be fancy, I guess. Yeah, see, they had 2 Eviscerates. They didn't even need to do that. They're just being... showboating. Like, good job, you beat somebody who had a terrible draw. Congratulations, you. Let's showboat about it. Yeah, if I had actually, like, had an on-curve draw that game, based on what I saw, there's no way that deck could have beaten me. Because I would have just wiped their board constantly, because they didn't play anything that would be impossible from even just my taunt minions to kill. Alright, see, this is a little better. Yeah, starting with this dude in my hand is better than last game. Wow, that's some bad manner. That's some epic bad manner there, Socks. Oh man, I mean, it's kind of a curve. It's a curve with a lot of gaping holes in it, but you know, at least they start at a 1 and advance to a 7, and maybe I'll even get value from this guy. I mean, it's another warrior, so they might be Pirate Rushdown. If they're a Pirate Rushdown deck, then I'm in trouble, because I don't have any taunts, but if they're not Pirate Rushdown, then I'm still in the game. Of course, if they are Pirate Rushdown, I might be able to get some kills with this dude, so we'll see what happens. And I can bust him out next turn if I need to. Okay, looks like... Huh. He's using his Wind Axe to go face. So what can we determine from that? Either that he's got 2 Wind Axes in his hand, or that he doesn't know how to play Warrior. And since we're at rank... he's a rank 21, it's entirely possible he just doesn't know how to play Warrior. But yeah, you almost never want to go face with the Wind Axe. The Wind Axe is an enemy removal tool. Okay. Interesting. I'm not entirely worried about this. Oh boy, with the emotes. Yeah, so what's going to happen is I'm going to kill Patches and damage both of those. And then the next turn I'm going to use my coin and play her, and then she can kill either of those. So I'm feeling alright right now. I'm glad we got that, so I have a turn 6 card now. So go ahead. There you go, use your Wind Axe. See, that's the right way to use a Wind Axe. And let's see what their answer is to this. And yeah, so they're a pirate burn deck. You can kind of tell because they're burning through their cards pretty quick. Okay, so he's going to use up his Wind Axe to kill my Taunter. That's fine. Next turn I have another one. Or actually, no, I don't. Because I used my coin. Oh well. So this is not going so great now. I have an answer next turn to... Wow, you talk a lot. So yeah, I have an answer to kill off some of his board. And yeah, can just finish her off too. Just because I don't need the execute later on because I've got King Mosh, so he'll act as my late game execute. I'm not convinced that this dude has all that much in terms of like serious threats that I'm gonna have to deal with like that later. Because it looks like it's a rushdown pirate deck. I don't think it's got a lot of late game power that I'll need an execute to deal with. But yeah, I'd be down to 5 life right now if I hadn't used it. Okay, I'm going to be down to 5 life anyway. Wow, Heroic Strikes. I don't think I've ever seen Heroic Strike used in ranked play before. Anyways. Oh, there you go. Give it Wind Fury. But instead of the Wind Fury, I think I'd rather just force him to have to fight it. So there you go. The league system, you just play ranked games against other people one-on-one, and whoever wins gets points, and you just rise as you gain points. And you lose points when you lose. It's really rudimentary. Wow. So yeah, again, I had a pretty terrible draw, and I fell victim to a rushdown deck. And also, yeah, when you're ranked 20 or lower, you don't actually lose any stars. It's only when you get higher than rank 20. And since today is the start of the new season, it's why I'm at rank 20. There's like a rank reset. Anyways, this is a very abnormal set of games there. I don't usually lose, let alone lose twice in a row with Quest Warrior. I've gone on like 4-game win streaks with this, and that was into like rank 16. So even against good decks, I was still getting win streaks. Just having bad luck with the draws. See, there you go. It's the first game where I've drawn a taunter that was 4 or less out of this entire time. Yeah, if I could draw my 3 that lets me draw another taunter, that would be pretty magic. Man, I am just not getting the draws I need to play this deck. I've had, you know, it's streaming syndrome, you know. I've had plenty of games where, until I started streaming, I was drawing on curve and everything was peachy. Like even now, I could have used the Win Axe to deal with that before they get value out of it. There you go. The value begins. Yup. Maximum value. Oh boy. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm basically being rushed down, so I might have to use Shield Slam. Or I could play this dude, but he could be killed 1-for-1 with that guy, and this dude only costs 2, so I'd be losing on that. So yeah, just this turn I'm just gonna have to go for the value play. 1 card and 1 mana for 1 card that costs 2 mana. Pretty much Sessifet. Okay. So this is definitely a game that if I had drawn, you know, like my actual early game cards, I would have ran away with. But I think I've managed to stay alive long enough to give them some trouble. Well, see, that's the nice thing about Hearthstone, is it's never boring. Like, you might have bad games and bad draws, but the games go so fast, you don't really have time to get bored. You know, like, oh, I lost this one, oh well, on to the next. And then, you know, you'll get a better draw. It'll be more fun. So there you go. I don't mind that they killed it, because, like, that's the whole point. Like, I'm putting them out there to force you to deal with them, so it took a 5 damage kill command instead of my face. That's a win for me. And this will be a win for me as well, because now they don't have kill command to get rid of this. And it really, like, that's why you want to draw on curve with this deck so badly, is because you want to put down all these taunt minions and force the enemy to use their resources to get rid of the taunters. Like I just did with Kill Command getting used up. Yeah, I went 1 for 1, but Kill Command is a much better card than the dude I had put out. So, oh boy, a Nesting Rock. That's fascinating. So, and again, the heart of the cards is not with me this game, because if the heart of the cards was with me, I would not have 2 Battle Rages in my hand. I would have had Taunters that have taken damage that I could have then used the Battle Rages with. But, right now I'll draw 1 card because I'm hurt and it counts me as a friendly character. But you know what? Forget it. Let's just let her take a hit, and maybe I can draw a 4 costing. Oh, there we go. There's some value right here. I want that dude. But I'm also kind of tempted to just play this one because that way I'll get value out of it. But you know what? I've got cards. I don't need more cards, and this thing will let me draw another card too. So, so next turn I could play this dude and that dude. Or I could play a really beefy dude that can wipe out their whole board by itself. I'm going to go with cheaper in this case because it'll help me get my quest done faster. If I chose those other ones, they would be the only taunt I could play that turn, every turn till the end of the game. But if I take this guy, there's a chance like I could play him plus that guy on turn 9. And I have removals that can deal with this hyena that's gonna hurt me pretty bad, and that can deal with that. But I need to. There we go. The magic happened. I finally drew something when I needed it. I really wish I had a cheap minion to play first, just to give me that chance of getting my minions to live. But right now, best case scenario is that this lives, or that. Those two. If either of those live, I'm in good shape after this. So let's roll the dice. Let's see. I mean, either way, I'm gonna die less quickly, but there we go. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that being the survivor. Now the choice is, do I armor up or do I use Battle Rage and draw an extra card? Basically just cycling this card out for something new that might be useful. But I'm going to say I have enough cards that it doesn't matter, so I'm just going to armor. Yep, and that's the thing. I have a lot of removals in this deck. It's just they're all useful in different situations. Alright, so now the situation is this dude does 4 damage. That's enough to kill anything he's got. Again, 4 damage, enough to kill anything he's got, and it would tap out all my mana, so that'd be like an efficient play. But the taunt, the battle cry ability wouldn't get used, so I'm thinking maybe a better play just for this turn. This will kill 2 of his dudes, and it won't die to that by itself, so this might be the better play just for right now, because even if they get through that, then I'm going to play this and have some armor. And again, I'm cycling through my draws faster that way. And see, even though I've got all this card draw, when this thing dies, it's going to put another card back in my deck. Wow. It's a nice Core Hound. And now that thing's going to get Wind Fury because these cards are really nasty. They're a huge threat. Okay, so it didn't have a choice for Wind Fury, or else it would have taken it and hit me again. So this is where the magic happens. I'm gonna kill that guy, and so Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Corehound's not a problem. In fact, it's a sign that their deck is not very good. Unless that was the random beast they got earlier, because they did play the bird that gives them a random beast. But anyway, I'm not worried because here's the combo. This dude comes out, they're all damaged. Next turn, King Mosh, they're all dead. Plus it's progress on my quest, which we're at 5 out of 7 now, so chances are you're going to see it finish this game. And see, that's fine. As long as I didn't take that 11 damage to my face, that is perfectly acceptable. I'm really hoping he doesn't get Wind Fury. Okay, it didn't get Wind Fury again. Excellent. So yeah, I can kill all of their momentum easily. I could actually kill... I could kill the biggest threat with just this dude. But I don't want to keep letting this thing survive, so... we're just going to make sure that it all dies. See ya! And now they're down to 3 cards and this dude. And he's probably going to hit face. And I am getting low because, again, I didn't really have a great draw this game. I couldn't control the aggro with my draw very well. But, you know what? I can make life difficult for this person because... remember when I took that card that only took 4 earlier? Plus 3 health. Yep, that's fine. So I took a card earlier that only cost 4, and here's the turn where that pays off. Because there I finished my quest, and I was able to play 2 taunters. And all I need to do from here out is control the board. So, control the board and I win. Unless he's got... no, he already used up a kill command. So I know he doesn't have 2 kill commands to finish me with. And this is where things go very badly for him. Unless he's got some miracle. But I don't think that he does because I'm going to wipe his whole board now. I hurt my own guys a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. Efficiency. So there, I just killed 2 of his cards for 1. And yeah, we definitely want that wipeout because now that he doesn't have any minions, now I can start beating on his face. But I might be dead anyway. It's possible that I'm dead. Oh wait, did I kill him or did he... did I do enough damage? No, I didn't do enough damage to kill him. He must have surrendered. Because he had 30 life at the start of that turn. Wow, so there you go. Even when you get a bad draw, it's sometimes possible to make a comeback. So, you know, I tried to balance the deck. I tried to have enough card draw. Well, here, I'll show you what all's in it. Wait, I killed him? Oh, wow. Didn't even realize. I'm talking so much I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, you finish that quest, and then it's just like, you're dead. Like... I'm going to do 8 damage to your face every turn unless you can constantly push out minions that I can't also kill with my other 8 mana and my other group of creatures. And so anyway, here we can go over the deck a little bit. You can see how that comeback was possible. So you saw what this does. I get to equip Sulfuras, which is a 4/2 weapon. So you can do 4 damage to 2 targets with your hero. You can do that the turn you play it, and also it activates... the change to your hero power is active the moment you equip that. So for the 3 mana it costs to equip Sulfuras, you get 4 damage and then another 8 damage from your hero power. So that was 12 damage. And then I think I did 9 damage to them with one of my minions. I forget, but yeah, that must be how I killed them, was just all that damage that all came out together in one big wham. We got Shield Slam. Early game removal, it's cheap and easy to use. Early game, if you get a bad draw, chances are you're going to be using Armor Up. So use those Armor Ups early on, and then you can spend 1 more mana and do 2 damage to any early game threat. So it's good either for just like getting early control of the board. Like if you are playing taunt minions, you can finish off things that they're ramming into your taunters with it. Or like you saw this game, I was able to combo it with shield block, So in one turn for 4 mana, I gained 5 armor, I drew a card, and I did 4 damage to a target minion. Or 5 damage to a target minion. So like that's much. It's 2 cards to get rid of something, but you also draw a card and keep the armor. So I'd say like that's a better deal than Kill Command, even though you do 5 damage either way, and Kill Command costs 1 less mana to do. It's still, I think, a better value having that shield block, shield slam combo. And then we see we got Whirlwind. Again, 2 copies, early game control. Armor Smith, just really great synergy with everything else in the deck. I only keep 1 though because it's not a taunter, so it's taking a slot away where I could have had a 2-cost taunter, and I don't actually have any. Like that's something you'll notice about this is I have a bunch of really valuable 2-mana cards, but none of them are taunters, because I figure in any given game, even if like I don't draw a Winax, I can just use armor up. I've always got something I can do on turn 2, and playing like most of the taunters that cost 2 mana are really bad. So that's the main reason I'm not using one. I'm going to rely on my other turns to draw out the really good taunters. And then you got the Winax. We got the Executes. So Executes, of course, combo with the Ravaging Ghoul. I spend 3 mana, everything gets damaged, and then it's the setup for 2 mana to execute, you know, something big and nasty. We got a single brawl. A lot of these run 2 brawls, but I feel like I just need 1 because I have so much other removal. Like I would rather have 1 brawl and 1 King Mosh than 2 brawls is basically how I look at it, because like they serve the same function. It's to clear the enemy board, and I feel like whereas brawl, they might leave one of their minions alive, there is nothing they can do about the King Mosh Whirlwind combo. Like that's it. I do that and the board is mine, and the only thing that's left on it is King Mosh. Whereas with brawl, it's a crapshoot, you know, whether or not you're going to get rid of the specific enemy minion you really need to. So while brawl is amazing, especially if you play it on turn 5 when the enemy board is full, you know, like you saw that last game, it definitely has its use in this deck. I do feel like I'd rather have the King Mosh Whirlwind combo, especially when I'm already going to have 2 Whirlwinds in the deck. Like that's just something you do in this deck anyway, so I want to do that because it's got the synergy with Execute, and it's got the synergy now with King Mosh. And that way it makes it so that late game, you have like a nice late game board wipe guarantee, where Whirlwind might not be useful on turn 10, but Whirlwind plus King Mosh sure will be. Anyways, so going down the list, then we've got Frothing Berserker. Again, it's not a common card to have in these decks because it's not a taunter, and it's not a removal, and it doesn't make you live longer. But I feel like it's a good stalling card. Like if I put that down and I have a taunter out, it becomes a huge target for enemy removals, and it only costs 3 mana. So like, even if I get them to use a Kill Command on it, it's an even trade. It's 1 card for 1 card, they both cost 3 mana. But I'd much rather they use Kill Command on this than other cards that I've got, or my face, for example. So it's really a bait card more than anything. I don't have it expecting to get a lot of value out of it in terms of like it's going to become a 10-4 and I'm going to hit their face for 10 damage. I don't expect that to happen, but I do expect it to get value out of the enemy being desperate to kill it. So it just seems like just a good card in general to have in there to draw out some of their removal. Then the Ravaging Ghouls, just really useful. A lot of synergy in the deck with King Mosh, Execute, or just it's really good anti-aggro in general. You know, on turn 3 or turn 2 if the enemy went first and they've got 3 2/1 creatures out or 1/1 creatures, I can just play this and wipe the board, and now I've got a 3/3. So just good anti-aggro, good to keep you in the game. And then late game, of course, it's got that Execute and that King Mosh synergy. Shield block, already kind of went over that, like why that's really good. Oh, the other thing too is the other reason I have the Armor Smith is because I've got 2 whirlwinds and because I've got 2 ravaging ghouls. You know, if I have the armor smith out and then I play ravaging ghoul, that's at least, you know, she generates an armor when she takes the 1 damage from that. And then if I had any other of my own minions out at the same time, she'll also generate armor from those. So again, she just like the Frothing Berserker, she's kind of like a bait card to try and force the enemy to deal with her before I get tons of value out of her. And so like that helps me add some early game pressure. And if they don't deal with her, like if I'm on a good curve and I get taunters out with her, well then every time they hit one of my taunters, I get tons of value out of her. And you know, like let's say at some point they managed to wipe my board. Well, I had her and I got, you know, 4 or 5 armor out of her, and that bought me an extra turn to come back with more taunters and not die. So yeah, she's got really good synergy in this deck. Stonehill Defender is amazing. It's perfect. It's completely perfect for this deck because it's a 1/4 for 3 is not great on its face, but its battle cry is fantastic. I mean, you saw me using it. Like, it's really versatile because you discover 3 random taunters. Well, you can discover epics. You can discover Tyrian Fordring. I was fighting a paladin that discovered Tyrian Fordring. It was nasty. I actually won a fight against a paladin who had 2 Tyrian Fordrings in his deck because of this guy. I managed to survive 2 Tyrians. I've never done that before in this game. I've never played a deck that could deal with 2 Tyrians. And I don't have any silences in this deck either. So like I couldn't even just stop the Tyrian from having the Divine Shield and giving the Paladin a 5/3 weapon. You know, the Paladin got his value out of that Tyrian both times, and I still managed to win with this deck. Just because I had so many taunters up, and he had to keep ramming his face into my taunters. And then when I finally got the Ragnaros power, he had managed to bring himself low enough that I could kill him. Bloodhoof Brave is just a really, like this is a good value. You know, like we've got a 1/4 taunt for 3. Well, here we've got a 2/6 taunt for 4 that also can become a 5/5 after any of my AoE damage things happen. So like this thing is the first taunter I've got that can actually kill an enemy unit that's a threat to me. So really good card. I like having those in there a lot, and they also curve out nicely, so you can see I don't have any other 4-cost cards. So yeah, ideally I'll manage to get one of those before turn 4. Then we got Alley Armorsmith, again, just fantastic. It's, you know, 2/7 for 5 is not a big deal necessarily, but the whole whenever this minion deals damage, gain armor thing, fantastic. Again, like you're almost guaranteed to get 2 armor out of this. And if you remember, the warrior's basic ability is spend 2 mana to get 2 armor. So for 5 mana, you get a 2/7 taunt body and a free cast of your hero ability, unless the enemy spends some kind of hard removal to get rid of them before they even get to damage something 1 time. And the other thing too is, if the enemy doesn't have any taunters of their own and this thing lives to the next turn, you can hit their face with it and you still get armor. Luna, there are 3 modes to the game now. There's ranked, standard, ranked wild, and arena. Arena's not ranked. Arena is the draft mode of the game. Alright, so then we talked about Brawl, Direhorn Hatchling. Just really great value. It's a good alternative play, and it's at that key point, the 5 mana point, where if you're getting towards the end of the game and like you have an Alley Armorsmith and a Hatchling in your hand, you have 10 mana, hey, you can play them both and finish your quest. Which I think is what I did last time. Or like I played one of these and I played a Bloodhoof Brave or something, but I had the right combination of mana costs to get the quest done in 1 turn instead of having to drag it out even longer. And these have the other benefit of when they die, you get an even stronger version of the same card shuffled back into your deck. And because this is a deck that tends to run long in the games, it's really valuable to have that additional 6/9 for 5 mana. Like that value is incredible if you actually manage to get a Direhorn Matriarch back out for 5 mana later on. it's fantastic. Like, whether it doesn't even matter if you need it for your quest, just getting a 6/9 creature for 5 mana, fantastic. Like, that's just super value. So these are a great little card. Ordinary Direhorn. This is kind of on my chopping block as far as cards to have in my deck. You've seen me play it a couple times now. You don't have to have a card for every mana point, especially beyond 5, because like, this is the point where if I play this, you know, that negates playing any other 5 or more card in my deck. And I've got a lot more 5 or more cards than I've got 6 or more. So it's actually kind of anti-synergy with like how the rest of my curve works out. But I felt like I needed to have a 6-drop. Because when I'm on that turn 6, if I can drop this thing, it's probably the best play I could make on turn 6, honestly. Just because, depending on what I can adapt it into, it can save my life. Like, if I get the can't be targeted by hero powers, oh shit. Well, now the enemy's got a 5/5 taunter that they can't hard remove. They have to actually spend their board to try and get rid of this thing and get back to hitting my face. So it's kind of a crapshoot whether I'll get value from it or not, but Adapt is really strong. I don't know if everyone out there is familiar with Adapt, but what it does is whenever a creature gets the chance to adapt, and I love draft mode, but it's not ranked. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So, yeah, if anybody else out there wants to follow, I'd appreciate that too. I had a rough month. Dank indeed. Yeah, the month of June, I played Heroes of the Storm the entire month, and it was terrible. I got no new followers for the entire month of June, and I averaged 1 viewer a night. So I'm switching games. Also, anyone who's out there just watching, thank you. I appreciate it so much. And especially people from Tanya's stream. You're all awesome. I love you! Anyway, so we're getting towards the bottom of the list. This one, you know, if I find, like, wow, I really wish I had card X to deal with this other deck that's coming up a lot, this is what I would shift out to deal with a meta change. So yeah, this is how I would deal with the meta, is probably sacrifice that for something else. And yeah, Wicked Good FM, that is a great point that has come up before, but at the same time, if you get Wind Fury on it, or you get +3 hit points, or you get untargetable, those, yeah, and thanks, Sesafet. I try. And yeah, Hearthstone makes me a lot happier than Heroes of the Storm does. That's another reason I should just not play that game anymore on stream. You know, honestly, I am kind of tempted to do the second Brawl instead of this. But Wicked Good FM, I kind of like having King Mosh instead of the second Brawl. I don't know. Wow, that is a while, Luna. So let's see. The Curator, I mentioned that during one of the games. The main value of the Curator is not that it's a 4/6 body for 7, but that I can draw my Primordial Drake out and then have that available, and then also to get a Beast. So I can draw out like my other Hatchling, or King Mosh itself, or hey, thanks for the follow. I hear the sound as soon as it comes through, but I don't see who actually followed until there it is. Wicked Good FM, thanks a lot. Really appreciate the follow. Let's see. So yeah, I play this guy, hoping to like draw these two out, and then I can kind of curve into the end game thanks to him. Just depends on how things are going. But I would also say that the Curator is an optional one to get rid of, I think. I would consider getting rid of the Primordial Drake, or not the Drake, the Curator, if I was like gonna make a meta decision to try and counter something else that's going on out there. I kind of feel like I'm already really heavy on early game control, so I'm not sure exactly what I would change. Here, let's theory craft. Let's look at some cards and see, is there something I would throw in? And we're going to limit this to Ungoro and Gadget Zan because the other cards are about to be phased out of standard. So Sudden Genesis is not as good as it sounds. If you're not familiar with Hearthstone, when this says summon copies of my damaged minions, it means literal copies, as in they have the damage on them. So if I've got a bunch of minions that are really low on life, I can summon them again, but the new ones are still really low on life. So if the enemy is like a mage or something and has a blizzard, they can just go boom, blizzard. And that's true, Wicked Good FM. So yeah, let's see if there's something I could use to improve. Probably my early game, I guess, is where I'm struggling a little bit if I don't draw a good curve. Anyway, so Sudden Genesis, not as good as it sounds. It's basically just setting yourself up to get wiped out by an enemy AoE when you thought like, oh, I'm saved. Nope. I've thought about using the Cornered Sentry because I don't have any 2-drop taunts, but the problem with using her as a 2-drop taunt is that the enemy then immediately gets 3/1/1s the following turn. And like, while she should be able to stop the 3/1/1s, you would be better off having Whirlwind to deal with them and like play her and then Whirlwind on the same turn so that you get a 2/5 for 2 mana. But then that also requires using up a Whirlwind and another mana. So then that's 3 mana and 2 cards to get a 2/5 basically. Unless the enemy had a bunch of other creatures out that you could also kill or hurt with the Whirlwind. Like, then maybe you could get some value from it, but I just feel like she is not worth it for what she does. Like, she could be useful, like she's not a good 2-drop, basically, is what I'm saying. She's not a good 2-drop. She could be decent on, like, turn 3 or beyond, but I already have lots of good turn 3 cards. I have the best turn 3 card, which is the turtle. I don't have Dirty Rats, but I've thought about it. Like, Dirty Rats can be a really good card, especially against the Quest Rogue, but the Quest Rogue is getting nerfed, so do I want to craft a 400 dust card to counter a deck that's about to not be played in competitive anymore? Answer is no. Tarlords, they're a taunter. They are +4 attack during the opponent's turn. So, like, during the enemy's turn, it's a 5/11, which, that's not bad value during their turn. Dirty Rat into Brawl. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that being pretty key to the deck. And I know, like, a lot of... I mean, I get why Dirty Rat is a good card, you know, like, for people who aren't familiar with the game, I'll go bring it up and explain why it's good. And, like, I agree it's a good card. No argument from me on that. Oh, anyway, so, like, this is why I don't want, excuse me, that other 3 mana taunter. Where is it? Or, right, why I don't want her for my turn 3 taunt is because I have the best turn 3 taunt in the game in the form of, where'd you go? Where are you? There you are, the Stonehill Defender. Because it's not just a taunt, it's also card draw that is another taunt. So it's completely perfect for my deck. Could not possibly be something better for me to use. Alright, so anyway, let's go look up Dirty Rat. They're part of the Gadget Zan set. And here they are. So, Dirty Rat. Taunt. Your opponent summons a random minion from their hand. So, for 2 mana, you get a 2/6, but the enemy also gets a free card. The good thing about it, though, is you can get a lot of value out of forcing them to play a minion that they didn't want to. And the other thing, too, is when you force them to summon... You know what? That's a great point, too, Wicked Good FM. Absolutely. It does give you that chance to pull out an enemy... you know, an enemy taunter that then won't count for the quest because they didn't pay the mana cost for it. And the other thing too is, the battle cries only happen when an enemy plays the card out of their hand themselves. So if I yank them out of the enemy's hand, they don't get their battle cry. So like if they had a King Mosh and I pulled King Mosh out, it would just be a body. It wouldn't also destroy all of my minions. So I agree, Dirty Rats are really good. Well, Tanya, if you want to learn this game, I'm happy to teach you. It's a really, really good game. The only complaint I have about it is that it's very expensive to keep up with if you don't play it a lot. If you play it a lot, then you can keep up with it without spending a ton of money. But if you don't play it a lot, or like you take a break, you're gonna have to spend like 150 bucks just to get back into the meta, unless like, well, maybe that's not true. Maybe you can get away with spending like 50 to buy a bunch of packs and then using the dust to make a very specific deck. But I'm of the personality that doesn't like being restricted to just one deck. I like being able to have a bunch of cards that are fun to play with. So they get me with this game. They get me to spend a lot of money I shouldn't. Anyway, you know what? Because the Gadget Zan cards aren't being phased out until next year, I can definitely get some value out of this. I'm pretty sure. Wait, which set is this? Yeah, it's Gadget Zan. Right, I'm filtering for Gadget Zan. So that's the other thing. So in standard mode, they're going to filter out a bunch of card sets next month, but Mean Streets of Gadget Zan is not being phased out. Well, Wicked Good FM, I'm kind of considering going pro in this just because I'm getting older. I can't really start a career for fighting games or Overwatch right now. I mean, I'm turning 35 next month. By the way, great birthday present. Hit me up a follow. But I like ranked. I like being competitive, so they kind of get me there. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to... Since I can get value out of this for the coming year, I'll make one of them just because we don't know what the next card set is going to be next month. It might have some really amazing cards in it. And it might have things that are even better than Dirty Rat to have in this deck. So, like for right now, I'll get rid of the Ordinary Direhorn and throw the Dirty Rat in. And that might help me with my early game a bit. And we'll go test this out. We'll give this a go. And I have some bad decks here that I made just to either like show my daughter the game a little bit or just to finish quests, daily quests with. I actually have the complete Quest Rogue deck as well. Definitely going to get my refund on the Caverns Below as soon as the nerf goes live on that. I can refund the cost of the card and make a different epic out of it. Because yeah, this deck is dead as soon as that nerf goes live. It already doesn't have a good win rate. It's at like a 50-ish win rate. You know, it's not killing lots of other decks. So as soon as they nerf that card, it's gonna plummet to basically never winning, at least at the high competitive end. And I tell you what, I have a pie in the sky goal of completing the collection of cards in this game so that I can go and play wild mode, which is, for those who aren't familiar, up here. So you can see Basic, which are the free cards everybody gets, Classic, which is the standard set of 300 odd cards that you can always buy packs for, and then the last 2 years of expansions, which is we're about to graduate out of Karazhan and also the Old Gods sets. So I'm trying to move away from using those cards because they'll only be allowed in Wild starting next month. But Ungoro, if you like the Ungoro cards, now's a great time to get some because Blizzard has a deal on getting extra packs and they will be in play for the next 2 years. So, I mean, the same cards probably won't be used throughout the whole 2 years, but you're going to get value. Yeah, the Old Gods sounds really cool, and the Mean Streets of Gadget Zan is just... I love it. It's got so much personality. It is so fun. I wish I was playing this back when Mean Streets of Gadget Zan was a main thing that was going on all the time. I'm pretty sure Ungoro does not rotate out next year. It'll rotate out in 2019. Because if Ungoro rotated out, really? I'm pretty sure Old Gods and Karazhan rotate out next month. I thought there was an announcement about that, but maybe I'm... it keeps it fresh, Sock Monkey, and it also helps people that are newer at the game. There you go! See, here, this is it. This is a dream draw, finally. Get that Stonehill Defender. Get it out there. I mean, yeah, I could have used a Dirty Rat against a Warrior. Sure, definitely. Oh wow, they had a really shit draw. So the enemy had a terrible draw, and I have nothing to use the Win Axe against, so let's get our random on. Let's get this dude out, and... oh yeah, buddy. I'm liking this. Let's get that quest done really quick. So that's you know, part of the skill of the game is when you're given choices like that, you don't always want to just pick the most expensive. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy, dude. Well, and this is why you got the Win Axe. I wanted to play the other Stonehill Defender, but sometimes you got to keep the enemy from snowballing. Yeah, speaking of. Jeez. Well, it's Win Axe versus Win Axe. Who will win? So yeah, let's get this guy out. Figure out what's my next play gonna be. Okay, so in this case, I don't have a new Taunter to play next turn, so even though it's a little bit inefficient, I might, excuse me, be best off with the Bloodhoof Brave just so I have a card to play. Because my only other option would be Shield Block. Or I could play a Taunt and a Shield Block. That would actually be the best play. Yeah, so let's get that guy out, and next turn I'll have 5 mana, so I can do him plus cycle a card and get some armor. So how's everybody like the music? I'm a big fan of OC Remix, if you can't tell. Oh my goodness. That would have been a good guy to have the Win Axe for. But you know what? Fortune smiles upon me. I have a way to deal with stuff like that. Hey King Mosh, how you doing? Yeah, let's just prevent the snowball from happening. Yeah, this guy's got really a bunch of like just must deal with this or I will snowball you cards going on. Holy crap. Yeah, so that's definitely a situation where it's good to have this dude. Unless he's got a nice way to get rid of it. And see, there you go, I could do it again. I could do the Shield Slam combo again and just erase that thing. But I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can force him to do something about this guy. So, you know what? This seems like a good game to try and make quest progress on as fast as possible. Okay, yeah, so Bloodhoof Brave is a good play next turn. I can do that. And play a shield block. So Tanya, if you're still there, oh yeah, I forgot he could just kill the snail with his Win-Axe. Execute, please. Can I please draw and execute? I'd really like to draw and execute. I'd really, really like to draw and execute. There we go. Very good. So we can deal with him. And I still have 5 armor, so I can stop that snowball from happening too. And then I can still get quest progress. And I could hit her thing with my thing, but I don't think there's much advantage in doing that right now, so... Yeah, the Cthulhu is getting a bit pumped, but as long as I can keep my armor up, or I finish my quest, I can... Tacos! I don't know, I'm not in a hurry to hurt my own guys, because I don't have a way to repair them. I mean, maybe I should have hurt it anyway, because I've got board advantage, but... Jeez, yeah, this guy... Just, oh man. Surprise! Cthulhu was in his deck the whole time. Oh hey, there you go. Alright, well. I was gonna say there you go, but not really. This is a problem. It's a problem I can solve, but it's still a problem. Also, there you go. Max curator value. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is why I feel like I should just take curator out. Just put something else in. I almost never get value from it. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking... I'm thinking this is a Drake turn. Yeah, it's a Drake turn. Get that quest progress. Get my Brave psyched. Get that one ready to die next turn. So now I have a choice. Either I can Whirlwind and kill them both, or I can King Mosh and kill them both. But, well, King Mosh would kill all my own guys too. And see, that's nice and all that the Cthulhu is 14/14, but I'm not thinking it's gonna get value. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do that as soon as it shows its face. Jeez, another one of those things. Hey, Armorsmith. That's handy. What's my progress? Oh. Well, I don't have enough mana to pull off what I want right now. What are you about? Okay, it's a battle crier. So there's no existential threat from these enemies. Can do actually so wow, tough call, but I definitely want to save my so we want to finish the quest. We want to kill that guy. And you know what? Why not? Let's hit face, get rid of his armor. So next turn, there's a 50-50 chance, unless he plays another minion, that I'm just going to kill that thing with my hero power next turn. You know what? That's fine. I'm fine with either of those getting targeted by the hero power. It'll still be total value. So yeah, hero power is definitely priority. And I could even follow that up with some armor and just kill that thing with this, and then I'm fine with either of those getting hit by Die Insect. I love that that's called Die Insect. So there you go. Let's just get some more armor. Get my Ravaging Ghoul. Another way to trigger King Mosh. And oh wait, that's a taunter. Alright, well you know what? Let's see what happens. We're gonna roll the dice. Who's gonna get it? Alright, the taunter got it, that's fine. Now I'm gonna do you. Hit their face. And you know what? Draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. They're done. Like, okay, yeah, that's fine. 1818 Cthulhu. How are you going to use it, though? Because if you think I'm out of removal, you are sorely mistaken. Oh, see, there you go, an execute even. I don't even need King Mosh for the whole win the game scenario thing. I do kind of want to deal with this, though. And you know what? I have a great way to deal with it. I got this guy. So there you go. Get that armor. Yep. You know what? I should have played this first, though, because then all that damage, this guy would have gotten super buff. But whatever. It's fine. You know what? I should bring him out anyway. Definitely should have played him first, though. But, I mean, like, I'm not expecting to get any value out of him. He would have been more useful earlier in the game just to draw enemy aggro. But I'm pretty certain. Wow, they have still 14 cards left. They didn't have much card draw. Okay, that's fine. You just made mine gigantic. I guess I will get value out of mine then, because they're out of cards, so. Yeah, I would too if I was him. And see, this is why I saw Cthulhu like right away when I came back, but it was like, why would you ever put all of your ducks or all of your eggs in that basket? Like, why would you ever design an entire deck around a minion that you can play it and then it dies and your whole deck is defeated? I mean, like, unless it's got a power-up that makes it immune to being targeted by hero powers, but even then, I can still kill it with King Mosh, so. Or Brawl. Brawl or King Mosh could have still killed it, so, yeah, I don't understand the point of Cthulhu decks. I do want to. I want to check my deck out. Yeah, it's like you can see with the warrior quest, it's a lot of work to get it done, and it dictates your deck just like Cthulhu does. But unlike Cthulhu, once you have that hero power, the enemy can't do anything about it. Like, even if they have freeze minions, doesn't matter. Freeze doesn't stop your hero power. You can just keep hammering them for 8 damage for 2 mana turn after turn until you eventually win. Anyways, Curator's out. Curator has just been useless junk for a long time. I'm wondering if that means I need to get another Dirty Rat, but if I do that, then that's a lot of early game 2 mana cards, and I don't want that either. Well, or don't I? I don't know. Maybe it'll help me live longer. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Wicked Good FM? Do I want to have 2? I want to have 2 Dirty Rats? Or do I want to replace that big body with another big body? It kind of doesn't matter. Like, that's the other thing too. Like, the Primordial Drake, I don't really care that it's a big body. What I care about is that it does a double whirlwind on all of the enemy's creatures. That's really why I care about that card. Same thing with King Mosh. I don't really care that it's a big body. I care that it's going to kill everything on the enemy's board. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I do need to lean harder into the 2-cost cards. Because really, I just need to be able to have them. And like, that's been a problem consistently today, is that I'm not drawing enough early game cards, and that's cost me 2 games so far at least. So yeah, maybe I need to do it. I just need to make the other dirty rat. We'll see how it works. I hate spending that much dust on something I'm not sure about, but I do want to have all the cards eventually, so I miss my Blood Mage Thalnos. That was a really cool card. I miss my old Pirate Rogue. Man, there's so many decks I used to love playing that I can't anymore because they're not standard, or they're either not standard or I probably don't have the dust to make them again with like all the modern improvements from the newer sets. I should make a wild mode pirate deck though, just for the shits and giggles of it, because I actually did get I have patches, so patches is probably the biggest change to modern all pirate decks in wild. I don't really want to do it. I don't want to spend that much. But I don't feel like there's any better option. Like, so I'm taking a Taunter out of my deck, so I could throw a Stubborn Gastropod in. Could get value from that. Could throw in this. But the problem with Pompous Thespian is, sure, it's a 3/2 for 2 and a taunt. Like, that would be a good value. The 3/2 for 2 plus taunt, it's basically just like a by default better card than the Raptors. Where'd they go? Oh wait, I put taunt in, that's why you can't see them. Anyway, it's like by default straight up better than a lot of other cards, but this guy, even though it says 1 damage, it's actually infinite damage against other minions, and that's really all I care about are enemy minions. So, you know what, I think I'm going to try throwing a Gastropod in, because then that helps me with my removal and with my early game plays. So there, I've got so much removal now. You know what, just for fun, let's make a new Pirate Rogue deck. I miss my old Pirate Rogue deck. We're gonna make a wild deck. We're doing it. We're not doing standard. We're doing wild. Yahar. Is a wild deck. Alright, let's do this. Bring out the pirate force. Just gotta have the deck hands. Gotta have patches. Gotta have ship's cannons. Gotta have South Sea captains. Bloodsail Raider I used to use, but there might be better things now. I mean, she's probably not bad, you know, 2/3 for 2, plus my weapon damage. Dread Corsair. Captain Greenskin. Salty Dogs, unfortunately, were never good. Sky Captain Crag. Charge! I love that. I love Sky Captain Crag. It is one of the best. The Grand Tournament. I forgot that I was even playing during the Grand Tournament, but apparently I was. Oh my gosh. So what about rogue-specific pirates? What do we got now? Buccaneers, those are... Oh. My ex-wife is calling me. I'm gonna take this. Give me just a minute. Sorry about this, everyone. Let's see. Hey, so sorry about that. Oh, also, Big Me. Big View. Invader Zim shirt. Oh my goodness. So, just kind of some family drama going on. It's funny, I get along better with my ex than I do with my own mom, but oh well. Families, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna get into it on the stream, but I did tell my ex I'd talk to her more about it later. And I'll have to, because it's concerning my daughter, so our daughter. She's 4 and she's amazing. We both love her to death. I get to see her every week and every other weekend, so that's what dictates my streaming schedule. If you notice below, I don't stream on Wednesday nights because that's my night every week to have her. So even though she does go to bed by 8 o'clock because she's only 4 years old, I still spend that night focusing on her. So there's that. And then, like, this weekend I don't have her, so I'm just going to be streaming all weekend. And then we got the 4th of July holiday coming up in the US here, so I'll be streaming a lot during all that too. Then next weekend I'll have her again, and I will not be streaming. So, or at least not streaming much. Like, sometimes she takes 2 or 3 hour naps during the afternoon. It's usually 1 or 2 hours actually as she's getting older. I might like get a tiny stream in or something, but maybe not. I don't know. Just depends how the days go. Anywho, let's get back to the game view. Got some interesting stuff going on here. There we go. Alright. Have to work on my overlays a bit. They're still kind of set up for Heroes of the Storm. Anyways, we're back in the game. We need more pirates. So here's my rogue choices. So getting random cards from my opponent's class is pretty good. It gives you some longevity. But it is extremely random. And even though this is a very random game, I really like to reduce the randomness wherever I can. So ideally, I would rather do stuff like get a lot of early game value out of stuff like the One-Eyed Cheat or the Buccaneer. Shady Dealer will always get value in this deck because I will always have pirates, even though he isn't a pirate himself. And let's see, like, what do we got that I don't have? Lucky Do Buccaneer. If your weapon has at least 3 attack, gain +4/+4. Wow. South Sea Squid Face. I like the flavor text. Quick, before I drown, let me sharpen your sword for you. How would a squid face drown, though? Well, I mean, yeah, that's every turn-based game, Luna. By the way, Tanya, if you're still out there, just let me know what time you think you want to start streaming again. I'm fine to hand the reins over. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit too, so I could take a little break. Yeah, it does, Luna, but like that's just not that this isn't that kind of game though. And I really don't mind that there's not instant spells. I like it that when it's my turn. Well, okay, so here's the thing, Luna, that's why secrets are in this game. Because secrets act as instants that trigger on conditions. And I think secrets are really good for this game. Yeah, see, Sessafet, there aren't actual interrupts. Like, every turn you need to spend all your mana. There is no reason not to, and I like that aspect of the game. I like how that informs your deck design, that you always want to spend all of your mana and you always want to be on curve. Like, there's so much I love about the design of this game. And yeah, the secrets are basically the interrupts, and I really like that they're interrupts that have their conditions built into them. So I like that, and I like that you know when the enemy has a secret, so like it creates that opportunity to try and play around their secrets, and you know, you can guess wrong and fail horribly as well. But just, I really like the secrets. They're a great element in the game, and they make it so I don't miss instance. They basically fulfill that role really neatly. Now let us see. I'm not feeling it with these two. They seem like they're all right, but I'm not too certain on them. What I am thinking though is that I need. Oh yeah. Give your weapon +1 attack, 4 for a 5/4 +1 weapon attack. Hey, it's not bad. Blackwater Pirate, 2/5 for 4. Well, that stinks. She's interesting. Okay, she's only a rare. Fell off the back of the ship. This game is ridiculous. I really love the humor that they've infused into this game. So, like, you could play her on turn 4 and then also play a weapon that costs 2, and you'd immediately get the value. I really like Perdition's Blade. Deadly Fork. For a proper setting, place the Deadly Fork after the Salad Fork, but before the Dinner Fork. That's fun. I liked Cogmaster's Wrench I liked Mech Rogue. Mech Rogue was really cool. It wasn't, I don't think, ever that effective, but it was pretty cool. Obsidian Shard. Wow, that seems like a pretty decent weapon. It definitely would be an argument to have those other dudes. Your hero power gives this weapon +1 attack instead of replacing it. That's interesting, but it sounds like it would be hard to get a lot of value out of. Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil, on the other hand. Oh yeah, welcome to Value Town. Oh yeah, Assassin's Blade. I remember that. I really like Perdition's Blade. It's such a pocket knife, like a Swiss Army knife tool. Blade Flurry, can't really ever go wrong with that. Same with Deadly Poison, can't really ever go wrong there either. I'm gonna get some Buccaneers in on this. Yeah, I've got a lot of room for cards. Actually, yeah, so since I have so much room for cards, let's just grab some and then figure out where I can make improvements after. The only problem with Tinkers is you don't want to get 2 of them in your hand at the same time, typically. Captain's Parrot. Yeah, you know what? That's not a terrible 2-mana card. Can help keep your momentum up, because card draw is one thing I do not have. Let's, you know what, let's see if I can do something about that. I mean, like, that would help with card draw, but I've also already got a whole lot of cheap to play pirates, so let's see what we got from Rogue that can help me get some card draw. It's been so long since I've played much. Cut Purse, that's kind of cool. Eviscerate, can't go wrong. Defias Ringleader, pretty decent card, at least it used to be. Patient Assassin, I like that. Deal 1 damage, draw cards, there's a little bit of card draw. Oh yeah, good old sap. Just throw those in. Burgle. I remember that now. Draw a card, then add a copy to my hand. Oh yeah, Iron Sensei, I remember that. Wait, wasn't there a rogue card that like lets you just sprint? That's where your card draw came in. I remember that now. Oh man, it's been so long. Oh yeah, trade Prince Gallywix. This game is just so much fun. I don't know, do I want to take 2 sprints or 1 sprint? I also kind of feel like maybe I should grab a Vanish just because I've got so many cheap and easy to play cards. I don't have a lot of battle cries though, or at least battle cries that I'd want to repeat, so not a ton of value from Vanish for me. Like, it'd mostly be value in that I could get rid of all the enemies, creatures, and then play like my South Sea deckhands and pirate and patches again, and yeah, okay, that's actually a strong battle cry, or not battle cry, but like pseudo battle cry when I'm playing my pirates and getting a bunch of free 2 damage shots. If you think about it, 2 damage to a random enemy is kind of like the mage's class power. You know, 2 mana for 1 damage targeted. Well, this is 2 damage for 1 mana. Not bad. You know what, let's do it. Let's have a Vanish in there, just to help. Ogre Ninja. I love its disguise. Dark Iron Skulker. 2 damage to all undamaged enemy minions. I wonder if that ever got popular. Shadowcaster. Add a 1/1 copy of a friendly minion to my hand. So like I could double up my weapon strength, or that's kind of it. Well, or I could get another South Sea Captain in on it, or another ship's cannon. That's kind of it. Yeah, I don't know, 4/4 plus having another one of those cards is probably not terrible. And I do have 2 Perdition's Blades, but let's also throw an Assassin's Blade in. Just for a little extra late game oomph. In case it becomes useful. Sabotage I'm kind of tempted to have, just because I'm sure in wild format anyone who can have a weapon has a weapon, so that would probably be pretty useful, get some value. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see. Let's take it for a spin. How many pirates do I got? Got 1, 2 pirates, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 pirates, plus I can create an extra pirate. That should be enough to work. Alright, let's do this. Let's go wild format, take it for a spin. So my current rank in wild is nothing. I'm an angry chicken. Well, let's go see. Let's go see if pirates can pull out a win. Oh yeah, did I take my... Okay, good. I took my meds today. Oh man, I need to refill my water. I'll be right back. Excellent draw. Sap might be useful. I don't know. Sap is again more of a later game draw, I feel. It's not great. You know, I have 7 cards that cost 1 mana, and I didn't draw any of them. It's like a quarter of my deck. Nope. Oh, there, now I get one, but... Dang it, the luck is not with me right now. Because, like, as soon as I played him, Patches would have charged on out. But I didn't want to play him without a weapon equipped. Man, of all the pirates I could have drawn out with this, it drew out the one I didn't want. What's your deal? Discover a 1-cost card. Okay. Alright, we'll play your game. Here. We'll play the ship's cannon game. I don't think I've got any reason to... I don't think there's anything special about Patches since I didn't draw him out the regular way. Like, there's no reason for him to be a better character than, say, South Sea Deckhand now. South Sea Deckhand is actually worth more because as soon as I equip a weapon, I can just bring him out and ping for 2 damage. So yeah, Patches is really cool. Really useful for pirate decks. You got to see some of his utility, even if this is totally botched. Like, this is completely not what I want my deck to start like. And you know what, next turn I might end up playing this dude and that dude anyway. Or not. Well, oh gosh, that is a tough decision. So I don't want to like just play this guy and not get the charge value out of him, but at the same time I don't have a lot of better options right now. So you know what, let's just go ahead and ping his face and then use that pirate play to get value out of my shady dealer. Now I don't want to fill the board up any more than I already have now because they probably have like a giant board wipe. So getting 2 cannon shots, I'd say that got its value. And then this guy giving me another cannon shot plus getting me this guy powered up, he got his value. So I'm making the best of a bad situation now. Let's see, how many cards you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is funny. So yeah, this is why I love Sap. He's got 10 cards in his hand now. So next turn he's going to go to draw and it'll get burned. Since I don't really have anything better to do with my hand right now, I'm going to use the combo on Perdition's Blade with that. And just start melting his face.
Justice is mine.
So look at that. This deck's working out, even though I had like really bad. Ah, there you go, the Hellfire. I knew it had to be in there. Oh, nice turn. Hey, here we go. I can definitely play whatever pirate I draw, unless it's that one. But I can play Tinker's Sharpsword. Do it. Do it to it. There we go. Oh man. And then I win just like that. There you go. And that's the ball game. Turn 6 win, even with a very subpar initial draw. I'm a leper gnome. Hooray, pirate decks. Anyways, Tanya is going to get started really soon, but before she does, I wanted to just show off the Necromancer in Diablo 3, because it's really cool, and people are going to like it. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to fire that up real quick. I personally actually like Path of Exile a lot more than Diablo 3 in terms of just game compared to game, but I just keep holding out hope that one day Diablo 3 will become better than it was when it was first released. So I'm only level 40 and I'm already doing Torment 1 because I'm a big nerd. And you know what? I forgot about Gem of V's completely, so thanks for that reminder. Whoever, I forget who it was in Tanya's channel, but somebody mentioned, oh yeah, there's Gem of V's, you know. So let me see if I actually have that. I'm cutting off the top of my head. There we go. Oh man, I haven't tried to organize my standard mode inventory forever. Oh, I do have Gem of V's. Why do I have a doorbell ringing? Why is my doorbell ringing? Wow. Yeah, I should have been using this. Oh man, and it even would let me use a high level weapon. Oh my gosh. But what do I even have that he could use? Oh, well, I could craft something he could use. Shoot. Okay. Herpaderp. I should have been doing this a while ago. Where'd you go? There he is. It's been so long since I played this game, I completely forgot that was a thing I could do. So let's see. Highest level for him. I could do Utar's Roar and do a cold build. Or, let's see. Oh, I could make a Scythe. Could do a Scythe and a Phylactery. Oh, but I didn't find any of the legendary ones yet, so it wouldn't be legendary. Yeah, but it wouldn't really matter that it's not legendary, so forget it. Get the gem to 50. I mean, I could. Okay, so this has int. And it's not ideal, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it's way, way over level. Oh, wait. If I put the Gem of V's... I would need 2 of these. Oh, only into weapons with sockets. So does a Phylactery count as a weapon or no? I'm guessing no. Alright, so that's all I can do with it for right now. But, so here's what we're gonna do. Wait, I didn't even have to do that. What am I doing? I just have to go put a gem socket on that weapon I made. Alright, so let's get this Scythe, which is a new weapon type in the game just for Necromancers. 17 area damage versus cooldown. Area damage is actually better. Sockets. There we go. That was easy. Alright. Hey, now I can increase my damage by 2,500%. That's fine. Alright. Let's see. So, oh yeah, let's go over this real quick. I've got my skeleton minions. It's awesome. Command skeletons. Awesome skill. So passively, it raises all these skeletons I've got around me up to 7 skeletons. So like as they die while I'm out there fighting, they just keep coming back on their own. That's great. They deal 50% of my weapon damage every time each of them hits. So if all 7 of them are hitting something, that's 350% weapon damage every time they all swing passively. And then I can activate them for costing my essence, my blue resource there, teal. And then they jump, like they all fly at the target that I choose. And it also buffs their damage and their attack speed until that target dies. So I love that skill because it's a one-time investment, and then they just are berserking on whatever it is you want to die until it's dead. I love it. It's so cool. It's just one of the best design skills in this game. Then Bone Spirit, again, completely fantastic skill. 4,000% weapon damage. Like even before I went and upgraded my weapon like this, I was taking half of Diablo's life away with one cast of this in Torment 1. And then the really cool thing about this, besides not costing any mana, is it stores 3 charges and it interacts with your consumption of corpses, which you should always be doing. Like there's never a time you shouldn't be absorbing corpses. Oh, here you go. I forgot to put a thing on it. A rune. Enemies within 10 yards are feared for 2 seconds. That's kind of cool. But anyway, so yeah, so that's really cool. And so speaking of corpse consumption, you got a couple ways to do that. My favorite so far, Corpse Explosion, completely classic. And again, it's a monoless, resourceless ability. You just have to have corpses, and as long as there's a corpse, you can blow it up. And as soon as you blow that corpse up, chances are all the enemies around it just became corpses too. So then you blow them up, and it's just, you'll see it in action here in a minute. It's amazing. Siphon Blood, very cool ability. It's a generator, so it builds your essence up. I don't really need a lot of essence for this build, as you can see, because the only skills I've got that even use it are Volatile Death. I'll get to the Golem in a second. So Volatile Death is a curse, and you have 3 curses, and Frailty is the curse actually. Volatile Death is the rune I put on it. So now I make all of my enemies explode when they die, and then I can blow their corpses up again. And as soon as enemies are at 15 or less health, OMD, there's not really a reason to do it now. I just did it because I was curious, like what it would be like, and I actually didn't realize that a new season hadn't started. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. It just kills anything that's getting low on health. So like you don't have to like chase things around that are already really low on life. I think it works on everything, like even bosses and stuff, maybe? I don't know. Opportunist, there you go, gain movement speed for all the cursed enemies, that's pretty good. Enfeeblement basically turns Decrepify into a root, so everything gets stuck in place. Dizzying Curse, chance to get stunned when hit. So yeah, like the curses are cool. I think you can only have one of them on something at a time, I would guess. I mean, Leech is good. Potion cooldown reduced by a second, that's kind of neat. So when it says cursed enemies heal the attacker for 2% of their total health, is that like every time you hit them you get 2% of your life back? I don't actually understand how that works. And then enemies that die while cursed spread it is pretty cool. Osmosis. See, I like that. I like that like it has this interaction with your healing methods. Yeah, see, so like if you're a life per kill build, you'd take that. If you're a life regen build, you would take that. Actually, even if you weren't a life regen build, you could take that, and since it's not based on your existing life regen, it'd work pretty well. Now curses the ground, healing me for each enemy in the cursed area. That's kind of awesome too. Like the curses are just really neat. Becomes an aura that curses all the enemies near me. That's really sweet too. Cursed enemies take 15% increased damage from my minions. You know what? Honestly, I'd rather have that than volatile death, just because that would help me against tough enemies more. So that's a 15% damage buff for all my skeletons, and then when they go berserker mode, it would get included in that. So and then we got the golem. So you got your golems in this. I will check out your link once Tanya starts streaming. How about that? Because I want to continue the explanation for the people who don't have this yet. So command golem just passively, just like the skeletons, it passively raises a golem for you, and you get to choose. Do you want the flesh golem, the ice golem, the bone golem? Actually, I just unlocked bone golem. That's kind of cool. I want to see the bone golem. Nice. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish it was a little spikier and like looked a little bit less like an infernal from Warcraft, but I'll take it. And then we got Decay Golem and Blood Golem. Blood Golem sounds really cool. Land of the Dead. I didn't try that yet. All corpse skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. That's kind of neat. It does. It's the same model as the Ice Golem, definitely. But I'm going up with the skeleton theme, so let's keep that rolling. Let's see. So then this one, Siphon Blood, I took the rune on it. So Siphon Blood itself, baseline, it generates essence, and it deals the most DPS to a single target out of all your builders. And then it also heals you for every second that you're using it. And then I took the rune that increases your damage by 10% every time it does damage. So this would actually be better with faster weapons because it would tick more frequently. But I'm okay with it. It's good like that. Let's see. Oh wow! So that's my bone tornado. Every 45 seconds, I can make this guy into that death tornado. That's awesome. I like that a lot. Corpse explosion. I didn't really get into detail on. But it's got a bunch of these too. Oh man, freeze all enemies caught in the explosion. That's pretty great, honestly. Now explode away from you, hitting all targets in a cone. Oh, that's really cool too. Like that positioning play that's pretty neat. If you were a poison damage build, I could see that being good. Final Embrace. Corpses pull themselves towards the nearest enemy before exploding, but it costs 2% life per corpse. Interesting. That's kind of awesome. Final Embrace. I would definitely try that. Bloody Mess I'll probably stick with for now though, because nothing's going to hurt me and this will just increase my clear speed. Like, you would do Dead Cold once you start getting into situations where stuff can actually threaten you, but I am not there right now. So let's take it for a spin. Let's check this out. Battlefield of Eternity. Let's go do it. You can see this in action. So find the Realm Walker and kill it first. First things first. Oh, I didn't even get into my passives. But we'll get there. So there you go. You see corpses are starting to be produced. And then I'm just like, boom! Boom, 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 boom. And it's awesome. Everything leaves the same size corpse. But I'm fine with that. It makes it consistent, makes it easy to tell what's a corpse when they all look the same. Shed a corpse every second. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, but the gem of these and using a level 70 weapon when I'm level 41, I should probably actually increase the difficulty. and then I'll get to 70 even faster. So just give me 1 second here. We're gonna increase the difficulty. We'll go to Torment. I don't even know. We'll try, let's see, Torment 3, try Torment 4. Let's see if I can still one-shot everything in Torment 4. Oh my gosh. The Cursed Shrines, sure, why not? Alright, let's find out. Am I in over my head? Am I the one that's going to start getting one-shot? Doesn't seem that way. But it does seem like I'm going to level up really fast. Holy shit. My suggestion, don't test me. Oh, here we go. That was pretty cool. So you couldn't see the bone tornado underneath the giant enemy, but it was there doing its thing. That's why it died so fast. Oh wait, what am I doing? I have to have corpses before I can explode them. But then, wow, do they ever explode. And see, this is why I don't mind having the Necromancer before the season starts, because it's just really cool. Like, I think this is the best designed class in this game. It is just so fun to play. I feel like it's got to be fun to watch. Like, who doesn't want to see corpses exploding? Like, that's just a cool freaking thing. I know, I'm the level master. Thanks for that. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess if I'm in Torment 4 and I still have like level 30 equipment, I'm gonna get owned like that. Because only my weapon is high level. The rest of me is not. I gotta be a little bit careful. I'm really glad that Corpse Explosion doesn't cost anything, so I can spam it. Let's get that Bone Tornado going. There we go. Welcome to Bone Town. Oh man, the number of terrible dick jokes you can make with the Necromancer. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I'm too slow. I was being too careful. I didn't make the bonus time. Not leveling up that fast either. I've only gained 1 level since I died. What is even going on here? Kill those dudes. You. Here, so I just berserked my skeletons and a boss type. Was it a boss type enemy? I don't even know. Yeah, I bet. That would be really good. Oh yeah, I probably should have used my curse there too. Alright, so what's next? Death's Embrace. Let's get to it. And I love having minions because they just run interference for me. Destroy the Death Orbs. Oh yeah, I remember those being a thing. Wow, it's been so long since I played story mode in this. Ba-boom, ba-boom. More corpses, more explosions. Hey, more XP. If I need corpses, I can also just stick my skeletons on something and it will instantly explode. Whoa. Oh, we got a big boy over there. Something I can actually can use Bone Spirit on. Bone Spirit's such a cool spell. Are you feeling the spirit? The Bone Spirit? Alright, let's get the curse on. Gosh, yeah, this is leveling way faster than last night. I don't even mind that it's not seasonal now. Wait, what are you? Oh, I just have to like touch it. Okay. Alright, that's one down. Splat. I don't know, it just feels like Necromancer's abilities have so much synergy between them, and the other classes don't always feel that way. They kind of feel like, well, you've got these choices of abilities, and you can use them based on the set that you've got, but they don't really interact with each other all that well. Whereas like this, you would definitely use the blood drain when you're doing a blood build, because you'd always have that ability to heal yourself constantly. Yeah, I did a Thorns Crusader once as well, and it was fun. It was not like a terrible experience or anything, but it just wasn't as like viscerally awesome as this is. This is just like, yeah, that's right. Check out my skeleton, all my skeletons. There you go. Let's just go berserk on that giant thing and watch it explode. I love that you can turn your skeletons in, like, one, that you can direct them. I love it that like they're passively there, that they passively come back, and I also love it that you can manually direct them. Oh hey, this is a huge threat. Instead of doing a little bit of damage spread out to random enemies and being a blocker, now you're going to do a shit ton of damage, like right here, to one specific thing that I really want to die. There you go. And they do it. I just love that. I love how useful and versatile the skeletons are. I never really did a hammered in, so I can't comment on that. I do kind of feel though like I probably have to go in the other direction now. Losing my voice a little to get another soda. But anyways, whenever Tanya's ready, I just wanted people to get to see this because I was talking about it during her stream. But I can pass the torch along. I really appreciate Tanya throwing me a bone here. Haha, bones. I keep it coming, and you know what? Dad jokes. Stick around for, you know, come for the gameplay, stay for the dad jokes, because I got them too. Berserker skeletons! I love it. Oh my gosh, I love all of these abilities. They are just so thematic and fun, and unlike what you do in most other games, except for Diablo 2, but I will say this, I like this game better than Diablo 2 now. Like, Diablo 2 is like a holy game for a lot of people, but it doesn't hold up. Like, Diablo 2 was amazing when it came out. I played it so much when it was a new game, and even for like a couple of years after, because nothing better really ever came out for a long time after it. I mean, that's part of why people love it so much, is that for years it was the king of the hill. It was the game to beat on PC. But, you know, it's been like 20 years since then, literally. So yeah, so in the 20 years since that game came out, you know, one, I'm not a child anymore, so like my tastes have evolved, and two, a whole ton of really awesome games have come out since then, and it makes it show the age on Diablo 2. It shows that it doesn't hold up, like, and it makes this game look a lot better. Like, honestly, for all the complaining, you know, myself and other people have about this game, go play Diablo 2, and it's like, oh, yeah, actually. Oops, I did that to myself. I was talking too much, not paying attention. But yeah, it's definitely a case of rose-tinted glasses if you go back to that game and think like it's going to be as good as this even. And like, if you want to know like the direct descendant of Diablo 2, like a game that is more like Diablo 2 but better than this, it's Path of Exile. Like, there's no question. Just go play Path of Exile. If you love Diablo 2 and you wanted to see what would happen if it stayed the course and like kept being Diablo 2 and not whatever this game is, you would have Path of Exile. And we do, and we're so lucky because, again, you know, time passed and more amazing games came out, and everybody is better off. So now you can play this if you just want, you know, kind of a brainless, it's just a brainless action RPG at its core. It's got a little bit of complexity at the high end, but ultimately not that much to do for regular people. And it kind of does your builds for you because of the armor sets, whereas Path of Exile just gives you so much creative freedom. And, you know, people have argued with me like, well, yeah, so what, it has a lot of builds, but most of them suck. Okay, well, the game has like literally a million different builds, or millions of different builds you could potentially do. Of course, a lot of them aren't going to be great, but you know what? There's probably at least a million that are viable. So if out of a million different builds you can't find one that you really like, I mean, maybe the problem's not that game. Maybe the problem is you. I don't know. Or you don't like action RPGs, and that's perfectly acceptable. I mean, I'm not telling people that I'm not trying to tell people they're wrong for liking or not liking a game. It's not really my point. But it's just, I hear just really weak excuses from people about why they don't like Path of Exile, when it's like, you sure about that? Like, I'm pretty sure I have a good argument against pretty much nearly any criticism against Path of Exile. I can probably put up a good defense. And no, I don't work for Grinding Gear Games. But I respect the work that they've done as game designers. I think they just made an amazing, I mean, product. It is a product, but it's free to play, which again is something, it's hard to argue with a free to play game that is as high quality as that is. And 3.0 is coming out sometime this summer, next month maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you know, honestly, I can admit that, you know, like, that's a point in this game's favor, potentially, is that, yeah, you might actually have more fun in the combat in this. Maybe. It's possible. But again, it depends on your build. Like, I think that there's definitely builds in Path of Exile that are more fun than others, depending on your definition of fun, like what it is you like about these kinds of games. Like, that's what boggles me about why more people don't like that game, because it's got so much variety. Like, you have so many ways to build your character. There's got to be a way out there that you like some way to play that game, because it's so freeform. There's got to be something you can find in there that you find is valuable and fulfilling for you. But maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Get that curse on. Get them curses going so you take minion damage. So I think as these enemies are leveling up, my armor is not holding up. I probably should go get some new armor, but also I'm in Torment, so it's probably not going to matter really. I don't know. It's sort of weird. Like, the scaling that you're seeing right now is very strange. Oh shit. Because, like, the game is not designed for you to be level 54 playing in Torment 4. That's not part of the game's core design. Oh shit. Yeah, see, like, I've probably leveled to the point where either I need to see if getting equipment would make a difference. But I'm not convinced it will make a difference if I get better equipment. I might just need to go back to playing Torment 3 or something. Torment 2. I mean, I definitely figured that as I got closer to level 70, I would have to turn back down on the Torment. And honestly, like, stuff is taking so long to die. It's not just that I'm dying, but the stuff is taking so long to die that I might as well just tone that down. So yeah, let's lower that to Torment 3 and see if between that and crafting some level appropriate gear, if that takes care of it. So let's see, we got highest usable, wait, oops, Glorious Grasp, level 54. Let's see what difference that makes. Plus 2% damage. Can try it. I mean, it's a lot more toughness for sure. Let's see, bracers. I don't think that plus 10% damage or whatever this is going to come out to is going to make the difference though. Well, 5%. Yeah, you don't have slots for gems. I can go try to roll some slots, but I wouldn't do it on these. They don't have good... Okay, there's some slots. I'm not sure if you can get 3 slots on this though, or not. Because like, the level 31, you can't get 3 slots on that. It actually maxes out at 2. Anyways, let's see if I can do better with some other stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Because most of the value on the gloves doesn't actually come from the intelligence, it comes from critical hit chance. So I'd have to, there we go, so there, wow. So even though it's got more intelligence, lacking the attack speed actually makes these worse. Oh my goodness. What's Oghilds do? Oh, it's just reduced damage. Gonna need to re-roll the armor into a gem slot on that though. Come on, I just want invite, and then something I can roll into a slot. There we go, invite and a slot to roll. So this is gonna hurt me in the short term, but I'll get those gems back into it shortly. And then what do we got next? Shoulders. Sounds about right. I don't really care about cooldown right now, but yeah. And let's see, can I actually get a ring? Can I get a ring? Can I get a ring? Oh my gosh, I just cannot get a good ring to save my life this game. You know what? I'm gonna risk it on Kadala, even though that's a terrible idea. I'm gonna risk it anyway. Okay. Yeah. 8% boost. Alright, Tanya. Just let me know when you're up and I'll host you. Please. Oh yeah, I can try and get a phylactery. That might be a boost. Wow. Twice the level and it's still less damage. Oh, because it doesn't have didn't have intelligence on it. Okay, yeah, I can reroll that one to get a socket on it. Okay. And as for rings, try one more time. Oof. Woof. Okay, I'm done. No more of that. Let's just go add a... I think that because of the level I'm at, I would still actually get more damage out of it. So like, let's compare 7.6%, but Yeah, so 11.4 because I'm at such a low level still that putting a gem on it is actually more damage than other things would be. Alright, now you. Just to be sure, yeah, I can roll a socket on it. I was pretty sure I could. There it is. Alright. So... Wait, what? Oh, right. It's saying that if I didn't have the gem, it would be even worse for me. Alright. Okay. Get that damage up. Pants. Oh, right. Speaking of damage, I was going to re-roll those pants to have slots. Actually, I'm curious. Can I get 3 slots on my chest yet? Nope, still just 2. Alright, so that's fine. Oh, that's still level 31. Gross. Alright, you. Get me some slots. Sockets, there we go. That's what I needed. Thank you for complying, citizen. Alright, I need an amulet. Disgusting. That's horrible. Are you serious? Still not really great. Oh my goodness. There we go. See that? You can give me a good amulet. Alright, so 131 becomes 150. Yep, that was a pretty decent boost. Nice OMD. Necro's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I mean, I'll probably never play this again once Path of Exile 3.0 comes out. I mean, if I'm just being honest, but I'm getting $15 worth of enjoyment out of it. I would give it that much at least. You know, I could actually get a much better weapon than this if I was willing to. Yeah, I see, like, I don't even have a damage roll on it. I mean, yeah, it is a fun game, but I am drawn to games where there's just like it feels like infinite possibilities of different ways you could play it and build your characters and all that, and that's what Path of Exile offers me. I can take a skill that people might not think is very good and just be like, I don't care, I'm gonna try and make this work, and I'll just do everything I can to have fun with a skill that I like. There we go. Okay, now there we go. Yep, this is a pretty baller necromancer set. Although I didn't do the pants. You know what? If I'm gonna do everything else, I might as well do the pants. I think I tried to do the pants and I kept getting a bunch of bad rolls. Oh, there you go. Hey, there we go. Just have to re-roll the armor into int. That'll be easy. Boom. Nothing simpler. Alright, so... Huh. Wait. Oh, I did replace my pants. Well, never mind then. I thought I didn't do that. Oh, it's the glove. I didn't do the gloves. Oh, it's the chest. I was thinking of the chest. I didn't replace the chest. I didn't replace the chest or the gloves. But I kind of feel like I might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. You know what they say. And while Tanya's streaming, I'm going to hit the shower. And, you know, comb my hair. Maybe get some more food. Yeah, I definitely could use some food. And then I will be back streaming again tonight. Gosh, it's so hard to get good gloves. I really lucked out with that Pendergrasp. Just got really good rolls on it. If I could roll critical hit onto this instead of cooldown, I could technically make this workable. But the critical hit damage increase on it, oh okay. For this level it's actually fine. Alright, you know what, we'll try working with those. And then for chest armor, let's see if I can improve on that. Hey! Ugh, killing me. Had the 2 slots, but it didn't have either of my primary stats. Don't taunt me, game. Hey, okay, I like that. 3% life. Alright. Okay, I think we can work with these. So, instead of cooldowns, let's just make that critical hit. There we go. Alright, so now those are, yep, that's what I figured. DPS increase. And you. Let's replace corpse explosion damage. Oh, actually, that doesn't seem like a bad thing to keep, honestly. Yeah, I don't need the regen. I'll keep the corpse explode just for the fun of it. Okay, 1 socket, that's a start. Let's get 2. There we go, 2. Alright. Upgrades. Upgrades for everybody. But mostly for me. Alright. And that should do it. That is everything now. Repair my weapon. Salvage some junk. Lost junk. Okay. Now, was I still in the middle of a quest? Where is it? Path of the Drowned. Okay, yeah, so I was still in the middle of a quest. Okay, let's try this again. I did lower the difficulty 1 torment setting. Got my damage up. More importantly, got my survivability up. Okay, stuff seems to be dying at a decent rate now. Okay, I'm not instantly dying when I touch a puddle, so that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a pretty high hit point enemy. It exploded pretty quickly. Yeah, alright, maybe we can stay in this. Because there also comes a point when if it takes too long to kill enemies, then it's not efficient to stay there. Like, even though they're worth more XP, if you take so long to kill them, then you're not actually leveling faster. You know what? Get exploded. Bone spirits. And yeah, my minions are killing stuff without my direction, so that's good. Okay, so I'm probably at a happy point here. I like corpse explosions so much I made it my right click. I don't even have a dedicated spender really. And they have like fun spenders. They do have fun spenders. But I just don't feel the need to use them because corpse explosion. Alright. Bounty complete. I'm gonna finish these bounties and then I'm gonna go offline.
A wandering hero. This looks promising. Keep watching.
Grave Robert. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Oh hey, it's a dude. I have an idea. I'm gonna use, yeah, Bone Spirit and explode you. Bone Spirit! God damn. I love that Corpse Explosion will blow up 5 corpses. Like, if you aim it right, like right here, boom, 1, 2, 3. Or boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's such a great touch that you don't have to cast it on each individual.
Thanks for keeping me alive.
Alright. Pandemonium Fortress. Kill Malthael, is that what that was? Oh, it is, huh? I have to go kill... Okay, so Necromancer versus Lord of Death. Let's do this. By the way, before I go, I have to ask one more time. Please, if you like what I'm doing, throw me a follow. Throw me a bone. I need it. I love streaming. I want to keep doing it, but I had a very discouraging June. I had no new followers for the entire month of June. And I was consistent. I was streaming 4 nights a week, hours at a time. I hate to beg, but like, in this economy, what else can you do? I'll definitely be doing more Hearthstone. Lots of fun games. I also have an Elgato and a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch. I've actually done a Switch night already once. I mean, I got it. I got the goods when it comes to Streamtown. Bone Spirit. Oh yeah. That was awesome. Hearthstone is great. Hearthstone's a game where I can be competitive without having to have a team. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of the way it is. Like, if you want to grow a Twitch stream, you can't really do it playing team games. I have it installed. I haven't tried playing it. I did try Gwent. Was turned off by it pretty quickly. I also have Duelist installed, but I haven't tried that either. But I'm probably going to stick to Hearthstone just because I like the game a lot. I love the humor in it. I don't like how expensive it is, but I feel like they've made a lot of really smart design decisions in the game itself. And if I wanted to play a perfect game, I would just play Path of Exile. But I like competitive games, and Path of Exile, for everything I love about it, is not really a competitive game. Direwolf has a huge bonus for people watching streaming ESL. What does that mean? What? I don't understand. I don't know anything about that program. You know what? Get bone golemed. And also, guy who is deaf, I'm gonna... Wait, did he just absorb my bone spirits? You know what? You know what? My skeletons are just gonna go ape on you. That's awesome! They all block his shots. I don't have to play bullet hell with him. Ow. So I'm definitely seeing a weakness in my build. Stop chasing me! Oh, stop chasing me. You know what? That's what you get. Ooh, crap. That's what I get. I think as my skeletons die, I have to refresh the Skelly power. Oh yeah, and I need to keep him cursed so they do more damage to him. Oh crap, oh crap. Yeah, being in Torment, still a little bit rough. Still gotta spend a lot of time, oh crap, running away. Oh, he's getting worn down though. Oh crap. Ooh. Really? Really? I don't think I had a way out of dying to that. Huh. I will look into that. Thanks a lot, OMD. Oh crap, I have to start back at phase 1. You know what? Lower difficulty. I think it doesn't matter though. Hey Sessafet, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Need to get some fresh blood in here. OMD and Luna have been very lonely. It's just been the two of them for a long time now. I don't think he's actually easier right now though. Like, I swapped the difficulty, but I think because I was already in this fight, I don't think he is allowed to get easier in the fight. Alright, I'm free to curse him. Crap! Stop doing that. I have minions for a reason. Go fight them. Oh crap. Oh crap, crap! Dad! I just hit the potion button. I didn't realize I was about to get killed. Oh well, you know what? I toned the difficulty down. He should be easier this time. Yeah, I wasn't ready for a Torment boss fight, honestly. wasn't really what I was planning on for all these bounties that were pretty easy until right now. Leave me alone! Oh crap. Hey, health globe. Hey, another health globe. Okay, new phase. Let's try and not die this time. I can play video games, I promise you. If there's one thing on this earth I can do, it's play video games. And then I can also run through these death clouds. The death clouds don't look all that scary. Crap. Crap! But he keeps dropping them directly under me. It's very bad. Just die already. Die to corpse explosion. Die to something. Just die. Just, please. Please just die. There we go. There. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, what? Okay, I did kill him. I got the quest complete. Alright. Wow. There we go. Alright, so that's it. I'm done with all the quests. Oh, Tanya, take it away. And anyone who's watching me that doesn't know about Tanya, I will be hosting her. So I don't know if that's anyone, but I will try to send some love her way as well. And thanks again for watching, everyone. I'll be back tonight. Probably wait till Tanya's offline again. Oh wait, why was I picking those up? That is Cypher of Tyr, yes. I should probably call her Cypher. I don't know if she likes being called Tanya on stream and all that. Awesome. Okay, so that's it for now. Stream going offline. Hosting Tanya begins. See you later.